What's going on, everyone? This is the Mercedes-AMG EQS. Check it out. When you unlock it, you've got this light bar, you've got illuminated handles, and you got the Mercedes emblem on the ground. And then watch, when you lock or unlock it, did you hear the sound? And then take a look at this. You can get the AMG logo or digital rain on the ground. And in this night review of this EQS, we're gonna look at the exterior lights, the interior lights, which are fantastic, and get it out on the road for a test drive. Let's get started. All right, y'all, thank you so much for tuning in. Let's take a good look at the exterior lighting here on this EQS. So first of all, this car is just stunning in almost every way. Let me know what you think of the overall design and the lights here, but this gets the digital LED headlights standard. That includes this LED light bar running across, all LED headlights and all LED lighting all over this car, including this LED turn signal. You'll see how well these lights work. You even have a cornering function, lighting up the side of the vehicle when you turn. It's pretty awesome. From right here, you even get a sneak peek of the interior ambient lighting, which is really cool. You've got a vibrant marker light on the front and the back, as well as that turn signal, nice and bright lights. Coming to the back, all LED lighting here as well, including this really wicked look, and it's almost like, I don't even know how to describe it. This taillight is so unique, and we have an amber turn signal right here and a matching LED light bar, plus you even get some LED rear fog lights on the back here as well if you want to turn those on. You've got LED license plate lighting too. And let's take a look at the brake and reverse lights. Coming to the back, you have a white interior here. This is crazy for a cargo area. I wouldn't have expected this, but it is pretty well illuminated as well. You have a little LED light on each side like that. Cargo space is actually quite good in here, but be sure to check out the full review for more details. And you've got the buttons up there. Now making our way inside, even the back light or the back door handles are lit up. You've got ambient lighting in the back here as well, even illuminated sill plates for the back seat. The back seat is no joke at all. You've got a nice interior back here. You've got the same white Napa leather LED lighting up above. You've got a couple of different LED lights, plus this panoramic roof, or two roofs, are standard on here. You've got dual zone climate control back here and illuminated USB charging ports. And the show-stopping part is gonna be up front here. LED lighting all over the place. LED illuminated sill plate, the beautiful white Napa leather. It's kind of a grayish color actually, but it is more of a white color. It's beautiful. Ambient lighting in here is fantastic. You actually have 3 different screens as part of this M-Bucks hyper screen, all kind of encased together. And this car has some sweet acoustics when you leave. If you lock it, it just makes this spaceship sound. All right, y'all, the interior is by far the coolest part. You have the M-Bucks hyper screen, which I talk about more in the full review, but it's 3 displays, 2 OLED displays, all within one encapsulation. It's pretty sweet. But let's go ahead and start it up. Look at that. You've got the headlights doing a little dance. You've got the interior lighting doing a little dance. The interior lighting is phenomenal. And I have it turned up to the brightest level. I'll talk about everything you can do with that. But all your buttons and switches are illuminated. You've got lighting on the door, middle door, upper door, lower door. Your actual exterior light controls are right there. Really basic. The steering wheel is white, but you have this white backlighting on here. And these 2 circles are to control your drive modes and your suspension and adjustable things like that. This digital display is very typical Mercedes right here. There's a lot that you can see and do on here. Different views. I cover a little bit more in the full review, but there's a lot that you can do. Overhead, we get this augmented reality head-up display, and you have to see it in person to really appreciate it. The ambient lighting runs all the way across the dash panels everywhere, even down at the footwells. The 2-tiered center console storage area is even illuminated. It's just insane. I mean, this is over the top lighting, and this is turned up all the way. Just keep that in mind. So the displays, you have this one right here, a 17+ inch screen, and then the passenger even gets a screen. If someone is actually sitting there, I go through that in the detailed review, where it's basically what you can do on here, like navigation, radio, things like that, massaging seat functions, because these are actually massaging seats, multi-contour seats. They're very comfortable, adjustable, pretty much all the different directions for your bolsters and your lumbar. Now, to keep it on the topic of lighting, let's go to the home button. We can go to settings. I'll go through the ambient lighting in just a second, but then you go to light, pretty basic. Your digital light, meaning your exterior lights, you can have the adaptive aka dynamic low beams, where it goes side to side. You can turn that off or on. Your running lights and the projection when opening or closing, you can have the AMG pattern or you can have the digital rain. You've probably seen digital rain in other videos. I showed you the AMG pattern. That's what projects on the ground from your headlights. Other projections, depending on what's going on, is it can project different things on the ground in certain situations. Like you can see that sign right there. That's only if you want it to. Interior and exterior lighting, right there. Ambient lighting, right here. But let me do one more thing, the display brightness. So with all of these displays, it can be a little distracting and kind of bright, especially if the brightness is turned up. I have actually been rolling with the brightness turned down on these two displays, because even on the lowest brightness, I still wish they could go down a little bit. And then I turned the passenger one up all the way just so you could see it a little bit better, because it is actually pretty dim when nobody's using it. But now the ambient lighting, this is just like other Mercedes models. You've got the 64 color ambient lighting. You can have a two-tone or triple-tone, multi-tone color like that, or you can go straight up monochrome and make this whole cabin like blue out, green out. Oh my goodness, just look how bright and intense this is. It is insane. This is a little brighter on the camera than what it is in person, but it can get really freaking bright on here. So I'm gonna go back to the multicolor. I actually really like this pattern, and you can have different effects. This is pretty cool. So let's try one of them. Hey Mercedes.
How can I help?
That will go off. I'm cold.
I'm increasing the temperature to 74 degrees.
Look at that. So she'll increase the temperature. You can have lighting or lights go off with operational feedback like that. Or if you turn the heat up and down, it is an adaptive light. So, I mean, I'm turning the temperature up. Look at that. You've got these responsive lights. That is pretty cool. I mean, it's completely unnecessary, but I think it's really awesome. Warning support. Check this out. So you can even have it go off with your blind spot monitoring system, your lane keeping system, things like that. That is pretty cool as well. And then the multicolor animation, you can have ambient lighting change colors on its own too. It's just a really cool lighting system. It's very animated when you're driving, and it's really awesome. It's super bright. What color would you roll with? Let me go through the brightness real quick. So you can turn this off. You can completely turn everything off. You can go really dim. You can only have certain parts be on. Like if you want just the upper or the lower to be on, you can do that. But you can have full customization and control of the ambient lighting in here if you want to turn it off. Then down below, you've got a wireless charging mat, 2 USB charging ports, and 2 bottle holders that can be removed or have one up and not the others. Little shortcuts right here for your touchscreen display. Center console does have a little light in it and 2 USB charging ports. And the glove box over here is illuminated, soft opening and softly lined, and there's a little air ionizer and scent inside of there. There's ambient lighting even around the center console area. You can turn on your lights, and these lights are really bright, but they're not super obnoxious. You can even turn on just the back lights if you want, or you can just tap right there and have just your own individual little light. But with these lights on, it is really bright in here. I think this is really nice, but it's not obnoxiously bright like in my eyeballs. It just illuminates everything right here. Of course, you've got a vanity light and mirror, and that is nice because it's not in your face, but you can still see your face. So what do you think of the ambient lighting? Let me know down below, and be sure to check out the full review if you want more details of this EQS. All right, foot on the brake, start it up. You've got a pretty cool startup right here. Look at that. Nice, it's always nice to see that. Beam pattern is very solid all the way across. It's definitely low, but the front end of this car sits pretty low as well. So I do not have IIHS headlight safety ratings at the time of this video, but these look pretty bright. They're side to side adaptive, up and down adaptive, and when you corner, turn your blinker on, you've got cornering lights right next to the vehicle. Got great immediate visibility on both sides. Then right in front of us, the high beams, boom, those are super bright. And at night, or when you're driving, it's more of a crescendoed effect. It doesn't just go boom, high beam like that. It kind of opens up like the little digital light look. And hopefully you can see that when we get going. All right, y'all, we are behind the wheel of the EQS now, this AMG EQS, and it is impressive in every aspect, inside and out, and the price at 156 grand. Now, quick note, those of you that have seen more of my videos, I have the camera angle wider in this video. Someone suggested that before. I want to know if you like it like this, or go back to my previous Mercedes or Escalade video where it's normal, and let me know if you like that better, just for reference. But in this night review, we're going to take a look at how well these headlights do, the automatic headlights or the automatic high beams, the adaptive function on darker roads and lighter roads too. And I'll give you a quick little taste of how quick this vehicle is. Alright, so this can have over 700 horsepower in short bursts. Let me go ahead and put us in Sport Plus and a little pedal down. This car is just absolutely bananas. You can change the sound profiles on here too for a more relaxed or more powerful sound, but it is just absolutely insane. So I just changed this back into comfort mode. Gonna leave the ambient lights on like this for a little bit, and then I'll turn down the brightness a little bit later. Now, quick note, automatic dimming rearview mirror, it's frameless, so you do have a little section that does not dim, and then an automatic dimming side mirror. That's always nice to see. The ambiance in here is just next level, otherworldly. It's really quite impressive. The driving dynamics of this car are excellent too. I mean, what would you expect? AMG, the price point, electric, pure electric. It's phenomenal, but it's expensive. Alright y'all, we're about to get on a dark road. I turned the ambient lighting down to level 5 out of 20, so hopefully you can tell a difference. My cornering light is going on, and I love the cornering lights. So not only do you have the long-term or long-distance adaptive headlights, you have the cornering lights as well. And we have the automatic high beams turned on. They just crescendoed on, and they are super bright and super wide. I can see extremely well into that corner. Bright lights are still on. I'm gonna go just the low beams. I want to see how well these do. So those look very good right now too. I can see into that corner quite well. Going around the corner here. I'm gonna let the high beams turn back on. Oop, and they just turned back off. So you have to have it in the automatic function in order for the dial in automatic to have the adaptive function. And high beams are on right now. These are doing a stellar job. They look very good. I wish I had IIHS ratings, but they're bright, they're wide. I'm gonna do just the low beams. There's some kind of in different areas in the low beams that are kind of dimmed out, which is a little bit weird. Let me go with them again right here. The brightness is still good, but it's not like a full-on crystal clear bright all over the place. Let me go back to the automatics. The high beams, I just love how they kind of crescendo on. It's a really cool touch. It looks nice. Low beams are on now. And the high beams again. It just brightens up, opens everything up. These headlights are doing a really nice job. They match the nice ambiance in here as well. And now just the low beams. The width of the low beams is good, but we're gonna get on a really dark area here so you can see that a little bit better. Now the high beams just crescendoed back on. I'm gonna slow down, and you'll see them kind of whoop, shut off. Watch them turn back on in just a sec. There they go. Everything brightens up real nice in front of you. Okay, now a quick look. This is where I do my sharp, dark corners. So I can see a little bit off into that direction where I can see the road. Some lights are so narrow, you have no cornering direction at all, or cornering light. If I just turn my blinker on, I get more lighting immediately next to me. And then, even if I just start to turn the wheel, I can see very quickly into that direction. It's not a completely blind corner. And same thing going over to that side. So, Mercedes does a nice job. I don't know if I'd say they're the best I've ever used, but they are very good. The ambient lighting in here is also phenomenal. Let me know down below what you think. And if you like this video, a thumbs up would be super helpful, and be sure to subscribe for more and check out the full daytime review as well. Have a great night.